All right, what is going on, Family Legacy Funding Group? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. You already know this is Motivational Mondays, round 3. And in today's video, we're going to be focusing on the topic of delayed gratification. And I'm going to tie that into this idea of something that I call the 6-month seeding process. So I'm super stoked to walk you guys through all this. If you guys are new here, Motivational Mondays, this is just kind of a quick video to share some philosophies and real life action plans that you could actually use in your everyday life and your business so that we can not only kickstart the week, but kick some ass and get our goals completed this week. So let's get into it. So kind of the agenda that I'll walk you guys through. I'm going to share my screen. We made an awesome little slideshow deck for you guys. Give me 1 second. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Let's get into it. Right on, guys. So 6-month seeding. This is delayed gratification. So agenda, I kind of want to go over just a little bit of backstory and some context on where you might personally be and just share a personal anecdote from my life. We'll talk about why this is important, what the actual 6-month seeding process looks like, and the actual game plans on how you could implement this into your own life and your business. So as far as context goes, delayed gratification, it's so uncommon these days, right? So everybody just wants things done now. And if we don't see the return immediately, we think, hey, this doesn't work, and we give up on all the work we've already done just to never see what the finish line looks like on the other side, right? So I think a big thing why this is more common now is just because everybody's got like small ADHD brains, always bouncing off to the other thing. And I go through this myself as well, and I've gotten a lot better. But with social media, we see everyone posting their wins, and it looks like everyone's an overnight success, right? But in reality, that's not the case. It's, for me at least, it's taken me years to get where I'm at today. And I failed at tons of businesses, tons of projects. I've lost tens of thousands of dollars trying different things. And I don't shy away from that because what I've gained is the knowledge, and what I learned through those failures isn't something you could just skip ahead and get that instant gratification from, right? When I first started doing coaching, right, I was working for somebody else and I started doing coaching on my own. It took me 4 months to make my very first sale. And the whole time, I kept having what I call FUD. It stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I'll be going over that in another Motivational Monday video. But yeah, that's a very common emotion people get when they're starting something new. But instead of giving up, the thing that kept me going, even on the days when I felt the least motivated and the most insecure with what I was doing, was reminding myself this one thing, is great things take time. And if you have a goal and you're not there just yet, that's totally fine. I want to let you guys know, keep fucking going. You're where you need to be right now as you develop those skills to get where you need to be. It's all about the journey, not just the end results, because in reality, even when you get to that end result, you'll just want to get more, right? So just remember, things are going to take time, and there's always going to be another mountain to climb next. So there's no rush to get there. Obviously, if there's ways to speed up that process, then do it, but don't beat yourself up if you're not there just yet. So why is this important? So by embodying the idea of delayed gratification, you're going to be able to get these 6 different characteristics to become a beast in your life and your business. So One is just becoming more resilient, right? If you're able to endure the waiting period between the effort, the sacrifice, and the actual reward itself, this is going to build resilience. And it's going to enable you to be able to weather setbacks and persevere in the face of challenges. Number two is consistency. Knowing this idea of delayed gratification takes time and will allow you to keep taking action just by remembering to stay consistent. You're going to keep going even though you haven't seen the reward yet. By staying consistent, you'll start being able to notice those small wins. So the important thing here is, if you know it's going to take some time, all you got to do is do a little bit of work or a lot of bit of work, whatever you want to do every single day. And you'll start, you might not get the end result, but you'll start seeing some momentum and small wins. And that gives us the confidence, right? You're going to walk tall and have this unfuckwithable attitude and energy and aura to you because you know you will win. It's just a matter of time. You may not have everything you're aiming for just yet right now, but you know in your heart you are being consistent. You're coming in, day out, putting in the work, you're resilient, and the end goal will come someday. So this will heavily boost your guys' confidence. I know it has for me at least. Number four, and I think this is a department a lot of people could use some work with, is just giving themselves self-love and giving yourself grace, because we're always in such a rush to get from point A to point B. And if we fall short, even just a little bit, we get down on ourselves and want to quit. And getting down on yourself is a surefire way to lose motivation and eventually quit. So we want to not let ourselves stay in that headspace for too long. But knowing things take time, you won't beat yourself up, and you won't compare yourself to other people's success. The other thing is you'll be more grateful and be able to show more gratitude, just because instead of being in a rush to get to the finish line, it allows you to actually enjoy the process and the small wins with that process. And you'll actually even, might not enjoy it, but you'll be appreciative of the struggle because it's all about the journey. And it's easy to forget how far you've come if you're always in a rush. You won't notice your wins that you've done, the momentum you've got, and we can't forget the struggles take time as well to overcome, but it makes us stronger to set us up to get to where we want to be. And then last thing is you're just going to be more successful, right? This is, you get what you fucking want, because if you're all of these things and you're okay with waiting and putting in the work every day, it's a matter of time, like I said before. So next big thing I want to cover is the 6-month seeding process. So, the 6-month seeding process. So the way I like to think of this is, right, farmers, think of yourself as a farmer, right? We're all here to invest in businesses, real estate, all that. But just for a second, imagine yourself as a farmer, right? Farmers do what? They plant seeds. And while they're planting seeds every day, they're watering it day in, day out. They might not even see the end result and get the harvest for, like, let's say 6 months to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But the whole time they know, they're going to grow that apple, that orange, whatever it is. And at the end of the day, that's the same thing we're doing with real estate in our business. Is we're all out here planting seeds. So that could be, picking up the phone, dialing, connecting with people, learning how to get funding, all that stuff, right? And as long as you're taking action every day to manifest your dreams, we can reap what we sow. We just have to be a little patient for it, right? I actually learned this thing through Alex Hormozy, the absolute GOAT, about, expand your time horizons. Things are going to take time, but if you could keep crushing it day in, week in, month in, year after year in, then there's no reason why you won't be able to get the same success as well. So another part of that is everything you have right now in your life is a result of the decisions you made 6 months ago. So it's not from what you did yesterday, last week, or last month. This applies to any good thing in your life or even the bad things in your life. So, like, if you're not happy with what you have, No, it's not, because like let's say, you're unhappy with your weight. You feel like you're fat. That's not because you ate a donut yesterday. It's because over the last 6 months, you've just been eating like shit. And you have to know that this is a long game, and obviously it doesn't always take 6 months to get what you want, but you guys get the point. But for example, I had a student who needed funds to get into fix and flips. It took him 1 month to kind of think about it and finally make the decision. Then 6 weeks later, we were able to get him a little over 100K and 0% funding for his deals. And he got that because he was okay with knowing this wasn't going to be an overnight thing. It took some time. And even though it did take some time, he knew he just had to keep showing up to one-on-ones. He had to follow the directions, watch the course tutorials, and ask questions. Pretty straightforward. And the important thing was just to keep showing up, do the work, have faith, and the results will come to you. That applies to anything in your life. Now, here's the action plan. So that's all great and all this motivational hype and stuff, but how do we actually implement it? And these are just a couple of things that I use to keep myself in a good headspace to keep freaking going. And one is I am very religious when it comes to my calendar, right? Plan for tomorrow, today. I'll have a more in-depth training on how I actually do that. But just remember, if you go into tomorrow with no plan, you're just going to be kind of wandering and just going at the whim of the world, right? The other thing is reflect and celebrate. So for me, every day I reflect and most importantly, celebrate any actions I took regardless of the result. And the way I do this is, I'll literally sit here and I meditate every day. But as little as like taking 2 minutes out of your day, just breathe and, give yourself a pat on the back saying thank you for, writing the script for this Motivational Mondays or something, right? Or I like to also journal. I'll write down like things I'm proud of, things that I accomplished that day. The other thing too that you could do is obviously have clear goal setting. You need to know if you're getting closer or further from the goal to motivate yourself. Because if you don't know if you're going in the wrong direction, it's, you're basically lost, right? So goal setting is actually something I already did a video a while back on. So check that video from my past uploads to get more defined action plan to actually create those goals yourself. Lastly, just as a quick reminder, I already kind of mentioned it, right? But expand your time horizon. Remind yourself every day, as long as you're taking action, that's one more day subtracted from the 6 months of seeding and 1 day closer you are to getting what you want. But this was just a quick video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope you guys get to implement it and continue kicking ass this week. Let's get after it. And as usual, thank you guys. Peace out. Much love. Stay beautiful. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.